Welcome back, everybody. It's the Jester Gambler here, and I got a few matches for you peeps with Chiyo. So what I'm going to do for every puppet tutorial I do, so the next one will be Kankuro, I will do 3 matches where I commentate what I do and just basics, and show you how either to play this character expertly or how to play this character decent to the point where you can rely on them. Now, Chiyo, like I said in my video, I think she is the second best puppet, as well as you got to be very tricky with her. You got to be very kind of aggressive, but very defensive at the same time. And you see that in this playstyle I have right here. Is I'm very up to their face, but at the same time, I'm not going out of my way to be in their face. I'm just sitting here like a duck, and I'm just being patient. Now, if you have health lead, do not be afraid to run. Do not. Don't be a dumbass. Okay, don't pull a me. Where you're just full on aggressive, even after the fact that you have the health lead. Don't be stupid. Just fucking run until they come to you, and then start pressuring. Now, Chiyo, you saw what I did earlier when Hinata did the support. I did an up combo. Always do the up combo with Chiyo. Don't do really down unless like you see an opportunity to do a down combo. Like if they have no subs, then do a down combo, because you can immediately go to down and then cancel it with a guard pill. But you always would do the up combo because it does, one, the most damage, 2, the most guard pressure, and 3, you can still do a tag or you can do a guard pill and continue the combo. So the up combo is your ideal bet with Chiyo. Now you see I do a lot of air combos. That's because it gets pressure off of you. It's so relieving once you get the pressure off of you, and that's what you need to do, is you need to get that pressure off of you. Another way you can get pressure off of you with Chiyo is the puppet shuriken follow, which I talked about in my video how to do, so check that out. That's another good way to get rid of pressure. As soon as they dash, you do the shuriken follow, and it will most likely hit them. Unless they're like a Sasuke, then it probably won't, because nothing fucking hits a Sasuke first hit. Damn, I hate that character. Now, I don't have Sasuke Inferno Fireball, which is the one I was just talking about. I don't have that one, so I'm using Itachi, which is not as good, but it worked for me. I like these supports a lot. I used to use Itachi a lot back in the Storm 2 and Generation days, so I know how to use this shit. But like I say, you see me play very patient, but as well as very aggressive. Like right there, I tried to do it, but he moved. I thought he would fall for it, but he did not. And you see I do a lot of grabs. Grabs are really important. Chiyo's kind of a mixture of Kankuro and Sorcery put together, and that's why I think she's also the most unique, is she's a combination of pretty much all of the Puppet Masters put together, because she has the aggressiveness as Kankuro, and she has the defensive grab potential as Sorcery. So these are the supports I recommend for beginners. At least Sasuke Inferno Fireball. If you don't have that, then Itachi will do. So this is just beginner level Chiyo play. This is not expert level whatsoever. If this was expert level play, I would have like, you know, top like these players that I'm playing. They have over at least 1,500 wins. Other thing, I make sure they had over at least 1,500. This guy had like I think over 2,000 or 3,000. The next guy had about 1,800, and my co-leader actually, by accident, came in the video, so you're about to see that. But you see, you got to learn how to combo cancel because you got to stop your combos. You cannot let your combos go through unless it's a Hinata support hitting them. And that's where puppet control kicks in right there. And against jutsus, it's... I mean, you see it being used. Like, look at that. I negated that shit, and I'm still going through with it. And look at that pressure. Now, I didn't negate right there, because, like, it's kind of hard to negate with Chiyo. Especially if you're not really used of her. Now, I'm used of her, but the thing is... The reason why I'm saying that is because I understand that some people aren't. And again, this is just level, this is just beginning, like beginners. This isn't expert. If you want to see expert Chiyo play, go look at my personal channel, my first 5 Neomaki. So yeah, this is basically what you're going to be doing beginning level. He's got to do a little trickery like that right there. And then boom. So let's go on to the next match, because the next match is very interesting in my opinion. Now, this match you see Awakenings, and I definitely advise Awakening with Chiyo, no matter what. Unless you're just all like fucking around and all that. Or, yeah, that's about it. If you're going competitiveness, oh yeah, fucking Awaken. If they awaken on you, then you awaken. Like, you see, I only awaken if they awaken on me. Now, you're going to see how I get over big awakenings, or at least how I try to, because it's hard to get over awakenings with puppets in general. That is their main weakness, is awakenings. Like, that's how, like, people get games, like, make comebacks with puppets. Like, I could have a full green bar, and they can awaken, and they can beat me. It's that bad with puppets, and that's why I implement switch tech with my puppets at times, because of how big awakenings, or just awakenings in general, can really kill you. Painted Nagato's definitely, especially Nagato's, because Nagato's such a good character in general. It definitely kills you. But you see, I'm trying to keep the pressure on him, but I don't know what the hell is doing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the hell he's doing. We had a match before this, and he almost beat me. Not beat me, but he almost took the stock out of me. I still 2-stocked him somehow, even though he awakened on me, I think, twice. I know he did awaken on me twice. The fuck. But you see, I implemented a little trickery. I wasted an Itachi support, but it was also for the greater cause. Do not be afraid to use your tags outside the combo. If they're not in the combo, do not be afraid to use your tags. Just don't waste your tools so much, like your pills. Like, if they awaken, do a guard pill immediately. But you can see I'm trying to not let him get an awakening, but I think he gets it here. No, he does get it sometime. There we go. Now you see, now you're gonna see how I do it. So basically what I do is I just do a jutsu. That's all I do is a jutsu. And I use my support. At least with Chiyo. With Kankuro, both the Kankuros, I do tilt, and then sorcery, I either do a tilt or jutsu behind, but normally you just want to fucking run. You don't want to stay there. You don't want to sit there and take it. You want to run as much as you can. And if you have to sit there and take it, then just sit there and fucking take it, because awakenings are such a pain in the ass to get over with puppets. There is no advice to get over awakenings other than switch tech. That's the only advice I can give. But look at that, like, his guard is almost already break after one air combo. Now, normally when in the air like that, I do a down combo, because normally it does contact, but at times it doesn't either. Like, that's another problem with Chiyo, is half her shit doesn't contact. Like, puppets are like that, but especially with Chiyo. Chiyo doesn't contact at all, half the time. Her and sorcery. Kankuro, you rarely see it. Like, 8% of the time, you won't see it. But with Chiyo, it's about 50-50. Sorcery is about 40-60. It's that bad with sorcery. And then Kankuro, it's a PTS Kankuro. It's about the same ratio as Order Kankuro, 80 to 20. Now you're gonna see how I use Shio's Awakening. So what I do is I do a jutsu and then I dash, and then I do another jutsu and dash. I don't really care about chakra control right now, like I said, because this is beginner's level. But this is how you're supposed to use her Awakening, at least in my opinion. And it's a pretty brutal Awakening. It really is. The damage output is amazing. So yeah, this is how I get over Awakenings. Now, Metatobi is a really good player. He normally knows how to get over... Well, he doesn't know how to get over my puppets. Like, I'm not saying, like, he could beat me all the time. But he does really well against my puppets, and it's really annoying fighting him. So this was not an easy match, because he's a very smart player. He knows what he's doing. So this was not really that much of an easy match, because he knows how my puppets play. He's played them 100 fucking times. He knows the grabs. He knows when to move. It's just... It's hard. It's not easy to fight him with puppets, and that's why I think he's a good practice for beginners. Because he's not... I'm not saying he's not at an expert level, but he's not at an expert level. He could be if he wanted to, but he just chooses not to. So you see, I'm very defensive, very patient, and you saw right there I did a shuriken glitch where I threw a shuriken and I countered. There will be a separate video for advanced techniques with puppets, because that video is going to be kind of hard, because you kind of got to see, it's hard to implement some of the advanced techniques with puppets in one video, because there's just, you can't do some of them in a practice mode. Some you can and some you can't. So yeah, now I recommend never dropping a guard pill in the air with Chiyo, because Chiyo has such terrible frame. Oh my god. You do that, you are so vulnerable, it's not even funny. Like, if they do a team ultimate and you have no subs, that's GG. Flat out. So don't ever do what I just did. Ever. Always do on the ground. Because, like, see right there? See right there? I float. I fucking float. And she is the only one that does that. Like, in this whole game, she is the only one that does that. So stay on the ground. Keep it on the ground. And don't ever do it in the air. Just keep it on the ground. I just wanted to show an example of why you should never do it. Now, you want to keep, like I said, with Chiyo, you want to be patient, but at the same time, you want to keep that pressure up with her, because she is a puppet that's very vulnerable. She has the weakest guard of all the puppets, by far. I don't know why that is, but she does have the weakest guard. So you have to be very careful with her guard. You have to be very... You got to calculate what you do with Chiyo. You really do. She and Sasori, in my opinion, are the most calculated characters in this game, because the things you have to do differently than with normal characters or with puppets in general. You have to play differently with Sasori or Chiyo, because you can't play Chiyo like PTS Kankuro, but you also can. Like, you can't play Chiyo like older Kankuro, but you can. Does that make sense? Like, I know that sounds fucking weird and crazy. Like, trust me, I know it does. But trust me on that. Like, you see me implement some of older Kankuro's playstyle, like the air shuriken, or that's it, the air shuriken. Sometimes I do tilts. I try to implement tilts there and here, because her tilt is really fun. But her air combos, like, that's the implement from older Kankuro side, because I was like, I wonder if this works for old puppets, and it does. Especially, well, not with PTS Kankuro, but especially with Chiyo, it works with Chiyo really well. But you also got to play like Sasori, where you have to be very defensive, but you also got to play like older Kankuro, where you got to be offensive but defensive at the same time. More so balance. You got to be very balanced with Chiyo. And that's what I try to implement here, is a balance of offensive and defensive. So there you go. See, I just did the down combo with the pill because this is the safer route to go, but I still recommend only doing up combo. And you see me do the up combo. It's a stun luck of the up combo. Not enough for you to do an ultimate, but enough for you to do a tag or a guard pill. Or, yeah, that's about it. Or do an air combo with it, or a jutsu. And that's about it. But you see, I try to keep the pressure up. I try to be defensive. Puppet control right there. You see a lot of puppet control with Chiyo. And the substitution technique, the puppet substitution technique you kind of do see with Chiyo, but not so much like you do with Sasori. Sasori, you see that hell a lot. And Chiyo you do as well, but not as much. She's probably the second most used puppet to use the substitution technique. But she is the second to least puppet to implement double dashing, because you have shuriken follow. And I say second because Sasori you do, but you don't really need to dash twice with Sasori. You just need to dash once and you just grab and there you go. Or air dash and then grab and there you go. See, like right there, I did a little jutsu, pressure as guard. See, I'm trying to implement some tilts, but it's kind of hard to do some tilts with her, because her tilt isn't really the greatest. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me using Chiyo and the beginner's level. Thank you guys for watching. I'm the Jester Gambler, and I hope this helped see how I play.